Hello once again! Happy lockdown people, how are we this week? I'm back once again, coffee in hand, although this time I am wearing a relatively white t-shirt, so gonna need to be careful. So we've just got through week 8. There we go, week 8 of lockdown is now over and done with. And actually this week we've had news from the government that they are starting to relax the lockdown laws a little bit. Although I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't think I'm the only person that was incredibly confused by exactly what that meant. You can go outside, but don't go outside, but only if you're gonna go to work. But if you can't work out there, you have to work from home. But if you can't work from home, you do need to go out, but don't go out unless you have to. You can go and meet one other person, but that other person can't meet another person at the same time. You have to stay 2 meters away from that person, and you can only meet one person. That one person can't be your parents, except it can be your parents, but only one at a time. You can have one person come round to your house, but that person can't be your parents. It needs to be a cleaner or a gardener or someone like that. Someone that's actually working, because they can work, but they can't work from home. Just, please, for the love of God, just someone be clear about something sometimes. I don't ask for a lot in life, you know? Good coffee, a little bit of clarity. I feel like that's not too much to ask. It's almost like sometimes the people in charge are doing this because they know that they're gonna give us something to do by making memes out of it. Maybe that's their plan all along. Keep them busy making memes, they can't go outside. There you go, stay in and make memes, everyone. So this week, what have we been up to this week? Well, this week, we've been trying some new stuff. We've been doing a lot of at-home escape rooms. I have yet to do one where you're actually guiding a person through the escape room because I feel like it's going to be very, very awkward. It's going to be like kind of playing like your own version of Nightmare for anyone that remembers that. Take 2 steps forward, 1 to your left, and go and inspect this. Now tell us what it says. Now put that back down. Now go to the other side of the room where you were before and go and look back at that thing. But I'm sure it won't be like that, or at least I'm hoping it's not, because it looks like I might have to do that in the near future. Yes, going back to work's going to be interesting when you need to wear a helmet camera everywhere and take instructions from people in your little ears. But we have been playing some play-at-home escape rooms, and actually that's been really interesting. Some of them have been pretty good and time-consuming, mainly because you have to have stuff printed out, and I don't have a printer, so I have to wait for them to be sent to me. But you know, actually, it's a really good way of like engaging your brain. So we've been keeping our brains active through doing stuff like that, and there are some really, really good ones that we've been playing that have really kind of tested us, so that's good. But something else that I've really noticed and kind of appreciated this week is how much cooking at home we've been doing completely from scratch with fresh ingredients. Now that's not to say we didn't do a lot of that before. We actually have. Like, it's very rare that we will order takeaway or anything like that. We prefer to cook at home quite a lot. But I feel like this week I've really appreciated it more because we've been trying a bunch of new recipes that don't involve meat or actually any animal products at all. So they're pretty much entirely vegan. And I've been amazed at not just how good it is, but how easy it is to do and how quick it is to do and how little you need to be able to do it. And I guess I'm really kind of appreciating it because it is quick and it is easy and it is really good. And I can kind of appreciate also how easy it is for people who might rely on other means of getting food prepped or having food come to their house that they don't have anymore. So I appreciate on multiple levels how easy it is to go from one to the other. But I guess what I'm really kind of trying to get across is how simple it can be to cook from scratch things at home if you have the right recipes and means to do it, but also how good it can be. And this led me to think about how I think in particular in places like America that are very fast food oriented, I think it's fair to say, how there might actually now be a shift from that kind of way of thinking about food and nutrition and cooking things at home into a whole new dynamic of preparing fresh, raw ingredients for themselves at home for their family. And the slow realization that comes with that of the health benefits of it. Now, I'm not gonna get all preachy about it, about how, you know, cook your own stuff at home and it's way healthier and everything like that. There are definitely healthy places that you can go and eat. Like, not everywhere you go out to eat is gonna be bad for you. I'm not saying that. I'm also not saying that you shouldn't go to the places that are a little bit like that, because, you know, you do need to have that treat once in a while. Of course you do. But what I'm saying is that I think a lot of people are going to come to the realization of how easy it can be to make the same quality of food that you would otherwise go out to have within the confines of your own home. And I think that's gonna be a really big shift. Now, is that gonna be bad for restaurant businesses? Yes and no. Potentially it might be bad, but I also think that at the same time, if there are restaurants offering things that people won't be able to replicate themselves at home, then yeah, those businesses are still going to thrive. In all honesty, I'm not entirely sure where that thought process was really leading me to, but you know, it's something interesting to think about, really. So obviously I know a lot of people out there have started baking or trying things at home during this period of lockdown, but I want to know, have your eating habits changed drastically? Have you noticed any differences? Have you tried new things or new diets? And what do you think you're going to carry on going forward into the new normal that we might have? All comments are welcome in the comments section below. Let's talk lockdown. As always, if you've enjoyed what you've seen here and you would like to see more, there will be some film reviews coming out. There's some new projects I'm working on as well. Do keep tuned for that. I know I said that last week. I'm not ready to tell you about it yet, but it's coming. If you want to see some more videos, you can click right here to subscribe and see some more funky, fresh videos from yours truly. And until that point, until Burger King and McDonald's reopen, it's good enough weather for a barbecue and you can make the same quality at home for cheaper. It's probably what I was getting at this whole time, really, wasn't it? Let's face it.